So Megaman falls to Earth, sent from the planet Vegeta. He's a powerful wizard who wants to kiss an angel. What a fucking game. Or dog. Or and dog. David, I'm in the pod zone.
You're in the pod zone?
I've been living in the pod zone today. I, like some Americans, took some time last week. I went fucking nowhere, but I just played video games for like 4 days on end. And the duty of editing had sort of fallen off my shoulders for a few days. So come Monday, I'm like, oh yeah, need to edit that there pod, huh?
I got nothing to say because I don't do jack shit for the editing.
Hey, you record this podcast with me. It counts.
But I don't do the editing.
Sure, that's true.
I'm not saying I don't contribute. I'm saying I don't contribute to the editing.
I want to make sure that our contributions are known as far as us both contributing.
Yes, this is true. We're both in this together.
We're in this together. Everyone's here. Anyway, I was editing today. I did that after work. And we edit on Mondays, and here we are, like minutes before we were recording. Mm-hmm. I was editing as well. So I am in the midst of a full day of pod.
This is a pod day.
This is a pod day. I'm in the pod zone right now. Now this is pod racing.
You really are pod racing. You raced from one pod to the other.
Yeah. So I expect that this will be absolutely our best episode, and if it's not, then you can take this podcast back to the store for a full refund.
Ooh, it ain't gonna happen.
You're gonna get your money back.
Maybe some. It might be store credit.
It might be store credit.
It might be store credit.
It might be in GameStop bucks, whatever their form of currency is.
It's actually going to be V-Bucks.
This is even more problematic for somebody who wants to return our podcast.
Exactly.
Where do you take our podcast to return it?
The Gap.
They take it. Yeah. They'll accept it.
Or Costco. Somewhere with a good return policy.
I'm into the Gap accepting our podcast as return currency.
Oh, video game optimism? Yeah, this is the 5th one we got this week. This one was not their best work.
Shitty episode.
Not their best work.
Speaking of which, it is Video Game Podtimism, the Optimist video game variety show, where two best friends talk about the wonderful world of gaming. My name is Chase, and I don't know.
Just leave it at that. And Jason, I don't know. I'm just kind of here.
I am present. I am accounted for.
I'm David, and this pod ain't going to the Gap because it's going to be a Gap. That's a good-ass podcast.
Oh, wow. Damn. Yeah, you've been planning this for a long time.
I laid that trap.
I jumped right in there. I fell right into the trap. You got me.
Oh, I know.
Have you been playing these wonderful things called video games, David?
I have been, because I, like many people, had a couple of extra days off this past weekend to give thanks and eat a turkey.
And play video games. Which one of those video games did you play?
Let's see, I beat Control's DLC.
Okay, cool. How'd it end?
Well, it's setting up for an Alan Wake sequel, which I'm down for.
Yeah, cool. Finally. Thank you, guys.
And it definitely was pretty spooky, scary.
Skeletons.
It's like a weird, like, slender deer man.
Ooh.
Slender Deer Man, was the main villain in this DLC.
That's the canonical bad guy, yeah.
It was all
Slender Deerman.
It was all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah.
So that was fun. That was really good. It was much better than the first one. It was more action oriented, more.
Okay.
I love all the Alan Wake stuff because I'd loved that game back in the day, and I just want more of it.
Mm-hmm.
What else have I been playing? I've been playing Cuphead. I beat the bee.
Good. Well done.
It wasn't even hard.
What?
I went back in. I went back in and I beat it in like 4 tries.
I love when brains do this. They're like, hey, you're really fucking frustrated at this. Give me like 24 hours. And then it's just like, I got it. No, I got it. We can do this.
I was definitely running in the background, like all the vectors and the different places I need to jump to do it correctly. Probably also helped that Mallory wasn't sitting there watching me slowly lose my shit this time.
It's her fault that you were bad at the game, is what you're telling me.
It's not her fault. She might have just been a complicating factor in my own deficiencies.
That's true. To be a core gamer, you really do need to just disregard the partners in your life. I think that's a good call out. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sad now. I'm sad about gaming culture, David.
Don't do that. I'm just kidding, everybody. That's not what you should do. You should love your partners
and play video games. You can do both.
Yes, and play video games. It can happen. Just sometimes if it's a hard game and there's someone who you care about watching you and whose opinion about you that you care about as you slowly lose your shit,
unravel,
playing a virtual game with a piece of plastic in your hand as a grown-ass man, it gets to you in a different way than anything else sometimes. So that just happens.
Just own your feelings, okay?
I'm owning it.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm owning it. So I beat that.
Yeah.
That's good. And we beat Divinity.
Wow. Another Divinity in the
Another
bag.
Divinity down.
Yeah. So you've beaten Divinity 1 and 2. What's next?
Wait for Baldur's Gate 3, which is also made by Larian Studios.
Baldur's what?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
Gate. Sorry, gape heads. This is not your episode. We're talking about Baldur's Gate.
We're gonna have to wait. Gonna have to wait to episode 69 for us to talk about Baldur's Gate.
It'll be 420 minutes of us talking about Baldur's Gate. Get ready, gape heads.
That is unfortunately a promise. I feel like we have to keep.
420 minutes?
It's a long episode. That's a long episode.
How many hours is that?
5 to 6 hours.
5? I ain't cut out for that.
No, we're gonna be husks of men by the time that is done.
Oh. Okay, I get it. And
hold on, before we move on, how was the end? Like, how did that one end? Not Baldur's Gate. Divinity Original Sin 1.
It was fine. I felt like the story was much less compelling than in the second game. The ending was much less fulfilling than the second game.
Sure.
Which I'm thinking, just looking back on the amount of detail that was put into wrapping every single loose end up in the second game.
Yeah.
They caught some flack for in the first one.
Yeah.
So they went out of their way to have a detailed explanation of every single minor side character that you interacted with in the second one. Whereas in this one, they're just like, "Hey, you win, good job," and then they lived the rest of their lives and died. Yeah, that was it. So that was good. And the game I've been playing the most actually is,
tell me,
Star Wars Squadrons.
Oh, you got up in there. Okay.
Got up in there. It was on sale.
Hell yeah.
Love me them. Sale on an already $40 game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What console are you playing this for? PS4?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How does it feel? How do you like this game?
I like it. It's good. It feels like what I want, what I've wanted for a long time in a game. Which is just like some good dogfighting, solid dogfighting. Yeah. With a bunch of different ships that all handle differently and different customizable guns and, decently interesting characters, good graphics, tight controls. I mean, I wish I had a flight stick, but I don't think I'm about to spend $100 on a flight stick for this game, no matter how good it is. But I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty enjoyable game. Like, it seemed like they found a fun thing about this game very early on, probably nailed the dogfighting very early, and then kind of just didn't blow the game up to huge proportions. They're just like, this is the game we've made and we want to tailor it and make it feel really good and really fun. And everything else is not, it's very well made, but it's not, the scope of it isn't gigantic. And so I kind of appreciate that there's not all this extra shit you have to learn or other deep mechanics that they're building into the game. It's just nah, man, it's dogfighting. That's it. You pick your ship and you go fight, and that's what we're doing.
Oh, who was it? Was it oh god, what rapper came out with an album that was 8 songs, but they're all bangers?
When?
It was If You Know, You Know.
It's Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Yeah.
I think the last album he put out was just, like they say, all killer, no filler.
Yeah. It's kind of this game, right?
Yeah, it's similar. It pretty much just takes all the best parts of Star Wars Battlefront 2 that I played, which is all the space battles, and just makes them better and puts them all in one game. Yeah,
that's true. I like this game. I wish I had more complicated and intellectual things to say about it, but it's just a good game. It's fun, man.
Yeah, it's very straightforward. It's just controls well. It feels like space. It feels like Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Sweet.
What about you? Have you been playing games?
No.
With your fucking fancy PS5? When there's people starving over here, Jason, you just don't play video games.
Nah,
What's
baby,
wrong
that's
with
all I
you?
did. That's all I did for like 5 fucking days. I played about 3 games, 2 of them pretty similar to last time. I'm still playing Valhalla, the Assassin's Creed game, like your regular workaday chud, just out here enjoying regular video games.
Why are you calling yourself a chud?
I still have shame about enjoying Assassin's Creed as much as I do, David.
But why a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller? Why is that your desired?
I believe chud has come to mean like sort of a regular nasty man.
A regular nasty man.
An insult used primarily on people on the socialist left to describe conservatives, reactionaries, members of the alt-right, libertarians, and even mainstream liberals. Generally the connotation of a very uninteresting and uncool male who contributes very little to society in terms of both productive work and original thoughts, opinions. The type of person whose hobbies include probably enjoy watching Shapiro owns SJWs with Facts and Logic, compilations on YouTube. Anyway.
Thank you for explaining it, because this whole entire time I thought you were referencing
Kevin
the
Smith's
90s movie, Chuds.
Yeah. No, just Dumbos.
Dumbos. Right-wing Dumbos is what you're saying.
Right-wing Dumbos, yeah. But Valhalla is still fucking fun. Like, I'm still enjoying it. It is not quite as polished as Odyssey was. I feel like I run into issues a lot of the time with, like, where I want my character to be going and where they actually end up. Mm-hmm. Like when there's like, say you're climbing up a church or something like that and you want to jump into the window of the church. If you're climbing up it, it's very hard to get your character to like notice that you are trying to enter the building rather than just like climb up the building. Whereas I don't remember quite having that many issues in Odyssey with that. Mm-hmm. They also have a lot of like, they very much overload the like action buttons you have. So like, clicking the right analog stick does a bunch of different stuff in a bunch of different situations. And so like sometimes you'll accidentally do something that you don't mean to. If you click it in, sometimes it'll scan the environment. And other times if you're like next to somebody and you've unlocked like some specific ability, it will start to like booby trap the corpse that you're next to. And so like I oftentimes find myself doing shit that I don't intend to just because I'm like in some context that I don't realize that I'm in. And so like none of these things make this game like bad per se, but just not nearly as like buttery smooth as Odyssey at least felt while I was playing it.
Gotcha.
Maybe this stuff will get patched out. I don't know, but
they just released a new patch, didn't they?
I think so. I think there's either one coming out soon or it just came out. So who knows? But hopefully things will get smoothed over a little bit. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say on that one. I'm still enjoying it.
Cool.
Beat Demon Souls.
Ooh, real gamer mode.
I put on my core gamer hat. And beat the Demon Souls. Pretty satisfying. I like in your typical FromSoft experience of a game, you spend a lot of the game in the first like level or two just like trying to get your feet wet with how to play the fucking game and getting your ass kicked, and then probably you get stuck on like a boss here and there. But towards the latter half of the game, I felt like I was flying through this game. Mm-hmm. Like just boss after boss was not a problem. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I feel like that's pretty typical in most of the FromSoft games. It's like you just get good enough at some point that you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I got this game. This is fine. So, pretty satisfying. The fucking level design and like character design in that game is just so bananas and cool. The like final boss is such an interesting idea, and like all that sort of stuff is just wild.
Okay.
So it's cool. I love the design. There's like this old monster called the Old One in this series, or I guess just in Demon Souls, that's like so cool and interesting. He's like essentially like a Cthulhian god who like roused from his sleep to fuck everybody up in the beginning of the game. That's cool. Exactly.
That's cool.
It's so cool, and like I just feel like the design that they put into these things are just so far and away like more interesting than a lot of other stuff that game companies do.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being too forgiving of like FromSoft stuff, but I don't know. I genuinely just love this stuff. It looks so cool.
They have a great imagination for monsters and creatures.
Yeah. They're like not afraid to make something just a gigantic monster and like make you feel your scale against them, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah, oh man, it's good stuff. So yeah, that was enjoyable. The final boss was pretty tough, or like, I guess it's the second to last one. That's like your main challenge. Pretty tough, but like, again, just, you gotta practice enough and you'll get them. So that was satisfying. Yeah, I guess what else is there to say? It's a good game. I beat it and it was like I had that like beating a video game sad.
I don't want it to be over.
Sort of, yeah. It's like I beat the game and like I was having such a good time, and then I set the controller down and I'm like, okay, what do I do now? And then I like leave the room, maybe do something else, and get up and I'm like, I'll play some Demon Souls. And I'm like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. I have beaten the game. So the third game I'm playing is now Bloodborne again. Because I couldn't stop.
Gotta get back into Fromsoft.
Yeah, Bloodborne's still very, very good. I really, really like this game. It is quite jarring jumping from the buttery smooth 60 frames a second Demon Souls into the 30 frames a second capped Bloodborne. It is not quite as enjoyable graphically.
Are you PS5 Master Race now?
I mean, I wish. No, it's on PS5. That's the thing. It's included.
Oh, yeah, PS5 game Master Race, I guess.
I just, like, it would run fine if they just uncapped it. Like, this is a thing they set in the code. It's like, oh, no, it's going to be 30 frames a second. People have, like, what is it? Like, broken the code and set the limit to be 60, and you can run it at 60 frames a second on, like, a PS4 Pro. And so, like, they have the ability to do this. They just haven't. So
interesting.
It's sort of not quite, it's a little clunky.
You're going to have to wait for Bloodborne Remastered.
Dude.
Come on, Chase. It's PS6. Come on.
That's
you need
painful.
something to look forward to.
But yeah, very, very, very satisfying. I like it's interesting to play these games, especially these FromSoft games, because the mechanics are very well ingrained into you. It was not nearly as hard as it was the first time. I think it's just like, well, I know the timing for like parries and dodging and shit like that. I'm sure if you jump back into Sekiro, like after all this time, you'd still be very good at it just because it's like ingrained in your mind.
Yeah. I'd get there.
So yeah, it's still very fun. The world design of Bloodborne is fucking bananas and so cool and so interesting. So yeah, I'm very much enjoying it.
Cool. Very nice.
So this will take me into my Podtimistic thing, David.
Let's hear it.
It is the fact that I can use Demon Souls guides from 10 years ago, and they are still relevant to playing Demon Souls.
Hell yeah.
What is it, Bluepoint, the guys who did, or the folks who did the remake of the Demon Souls, I think they specifically coded it to the point where like it feels very much like Demon Souls, but they left in a lot of the like exploits that you could do in the old game. It's not like they really were like, oh, we should patch this out because it's like not fair or something like that. They left in the ability of like, there's one of the bosses that you can, you don't actually have to like move through the fog gate to fight them. You can, if you have like the right arrows and bows and shit like that, you can shoot them through the gate and like kill a boss that way. You can cheese it, yeah. And I'm sure that's not easy to like implement that. Like they had to have gone through the process of like, oh, hey, there's this YouTuber that says you can beat the boss like this. We should make sure that that's a thing. So it's so interesting. And like they've got such a fine eye for detail for that stuff. So it was quite enjoyable that there were some old nasty guides that I could dig up.
Some old nasty guides.
Some 360p sort of nasty websites.
ONG.
Yeah.
Old nasty guide.
Old nasty guides.
It sounds like a Metal Gear Solid character.
This is Old Nasty Guide. That will be Hideo Kojima's moniker when he's older and he puts himself into another video game.
That's a character in the sequel to Death Stranding. Brother of Die Hard Man. Old Nasty Guide.
Old Nasty Guide.
What do you want? That was my Old Nasty Guide impersonation.
I've got guides for you. What are you buying?
He's just becoming the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I enjoyed quite a bit that they went to the trouble of making the game so faithfully, making it look gorgeous, and that I, as a result, can look at some videos from 10 years ago to see how I can beat a certain boss.
That's rad.
Which I did. It was cool. David, do you have anything fueling your sense of podtimism this week?
I do.
You want to tell me about that?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is the flicker of light in the heart of EA that I can see. I know that you aren't fully turned to the dark side yet, EA. Star Wars Squadrons is proof of that.
You're talking about Electronic Arts, not my girlfriend. Not Emily Alice.
No, not Emily.
No.
Damn. That was bad. Hey, this is a roast cast, actually.
I was about to say, you're just putting her on blast for no good reason.
No, I'm talking about Electronic Arts. This is video game Podtimism, Chase.
Sure, okay.
So I'm talking about Electronic Arts, the video game
Okay,
maker.
sure. Yes, they are putting out games that aren't total shit shows.
The one flicker of light left in your girlfriend's heart, Chase.
So brutal. I was like, David, we should maybe pause the podcast. We need to talk. What's happening here?
After I waved at her and said hello before the podcast.
Jolly and gleeful.
Yeah, but no, so lots of good things about this game, showing me that EA can still be a quality game maker.
It's true.
$40 price tag,
Mm-hmm.
no microtransactions,
Yep.
full-fledged, beefy experience.
Yep.
Not skimping you. It reminds me of the EA of old.
Yeah, there was a little time where they were pretty good.
I mean, they were probably like my top publisher for a second there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a good year or so when they were doing like the NBA Street games.
I was about to say the EA big days.
All the EA big days, and they would do...
We're making good video games. Making good video games.
That's a Gav?
That's a good-ass video game.
Doesn't quite work.
That's not quite as better, yeah.
But no, it was nice to see that they can still do something that is a well-made product without feeling like I'm just getting strung up by my shoestrings for any bit of
Quarters coming out of your
coins
pants.
that come out of my pockets. Yeah. Just kind of poking me with a stick as I'm playing that game. Looking at you, NBA 2K20.
Do you want to purchase a good, very good headphones named Beats?
Okay, let's be honest here. They are all right headphones.
Yeah, no, these are not top of the line headphones.
They're Dr.
Sorry,
Dre.
Beats, you got to pay for this endorsement.
Sorry,
you want
Beats. You tried to make me your shill in a video game, so this is what you get now. God, it still feels dirty even to this day.
Yeah, just even mentioning it feels like too much. We're giving them too
Feel
much publicity.
Feel used. But yeah, it was nice to see EA do something good.
By God, they've done it. They've made a video game.
For like Luke Skywalker meeting Darth Vader for the first time. Can still sense that there's good in you, Father.
He's in there. He's fighting.
Hey, they're in there.
Which is wild, because EA, I don't think EA develops a lot of their games. They just publish a lot of these. And so if they would just take their fucking hands off the wheel a little bit, these developers clearly know what they want to do.
Yeah.
They clearly have the vision.
Yeah. I mean, they're not developing them, but they're telling them to
correct.
put the microtransactions in there and to do all the bullshit stuff.
I think the boondoggle around Battlefront 2, whatever it was,
Yeah.
that I feel like that shook them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
People were really, really mad. And rightfully so. That one was sort of a bridge too far.
That was more than a boondoggle.
Yeah, it was a problem. They definitely put a lot of shit in there that didn't feel fair at all. And I definitely come down on the side of I don't know, microtransactions sometimes can feel like a necessary evil almost, or paying for DLC or something like that. I get why it's happening, but when they monetize it to the point of like they did in Battlefront 2, it feels pretty slimy and pretty bad.
Yeah.
There's a way to make more money off of a game after it's launched, but just saying well, if you want to play as the cool characters, sorry, you got to pay up, buddy.
Yeah. It's I guess Overwatch, does it pretty well.
Yeah,
where the stuff you pay for is cosmetic only.
It's cosmetic, yeah. It doesn't really impact the game. It's more just for flexing rights and shit like that. You can play the full game without having to buy shit from them. It's really just about how you want to look.
It should just be a flex. You're right.
Yeah.
You can pay us to flex a little bit. But that's it.
And people will. People will
definitely pay to
flex. Yeah.
People will pay to flex for certain. But what if they started doing some skins you can only buy with real money?
Now we're starting to feel bad. I think part of it is definitely being able to earn it. Earning it is I can offset my money by by playing enough. I will be able to earn these things.
Yeah.
But it would feel bad to start bringing it into a cash only sort of transaction.
It's a flexing emote. Costs $2
Yeah.
only. No amount of gold can get you this.
So yeah, that's a good one.
That's it. That's all I got.
I hope on their 20th anniversary they can bring back EA Big and bring back NBA Street.
Are they almost 20?
Probably, right? When was EA Big out?
I feel like they're older than 20 because I'm 29. You're 30.
I am 30. I'm aged now. Let's just look at NBA Street when that came out. 2001. Got another year.
Another year until they're 20? Really?
Trying to see if anything came out pre-2001. I feel like NBA Street was the first game. Oh no, SSX, October of 2000. EA Big is 20 years old.
This is EA Big in particular, not just EA.
Yeah, no, I'm sure Electronic Arts has been around for fucking ever.
Okay, Okay, that sounds more right.
Electronic Arts has been around since 1982, so 38 years ago.
38? What were they doing?
You know, hanging out, building video games. Do you want to move on to our main thing, David?
Yeah.
Cool. So we've been contacted by our favorite game companies, David.
Our favorite ones.
Our favorite ones. They've heard the show and they reached out directly and said that we need to make some 2020 sequels to a couple of real good games. The first of which is, of course, Jak and Daxter.
What a gem.
Yeah, a good one. And the other being Megaman Legends.
Okay, another gem.
So I think it's time to make 2 sequels, David. We haven't done making a sequel in a little while.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't done it in a bit.
Got to dust off my sequel vest and start making sequels.
Is it a sequined vest for your sequel making?
It is a sequined sequel vest. Yeah, I've bedazzled it, and so it looks quite nice.
That's pretty cool.
It's like a khaki vest.
Ooh, a khaki sequined vest.
Yeah. It's to attract anyone who looks, because my goodness.
It sounds very Kanye for some reason. I could imagine Kanye wearing something like that.
I am a pod.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a pretty good one.
So let's make a couple of sequels to these boys. Should we start with Jak?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. So where to start? Let's kind of maybe go over what made Jak and Daxter so good in the first place.
Okay, the characters.
Sure, great.
The voice acting.
Yeah, all very good.
The platforming was tight.
Very good. Felt good.
The guns and the upgrading of the guns was good.
Very good.
Moving into like an open world was nice. I guess that's what really springs to my mind. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, that all makes sense. I think they're putting this game out pretty soon, right? It's just called Ratchet and Clank, right?
Whoa!
Wow, Ratchet and Clank is a really good game series.
Ratchet and Clank don't have open worlds.
They're gonna, I guess, maybe. I don't know what their game plan is for this.
It has everything else I mentioned, though, I'm pretty sure. But it doesn't have open worlds.
Okay. Well, okay, so...
And you can't drive cars.
You cannot drive cars, and I think that's an important part
buggies.
of Jak and Daxter is driving a car. So let's think about the characters, right? I think 2003, 2004, whenever the fuck that game came out, it was... the time was ripe to have an edgier Jak. Right, for him to be tough. What kind of Jak are we looking at in 2020 now?
A fuckboy Jak.
A fuckboy Jak. Okay.
He's got like some neon hair. He's got one of those marks through his eyebrows.
Okay,
that's hot nowadays.
That
like
is
a
hot.
nose piercing or something.
Yeah, David. Critical question.
What?
Is he hot?
Oh, he's smoking. He's
Ain't even gonna deny him. 2020 Jak, fucking hot.
Fucking hot.
How could you not look away?
He's a hot fuckboy. Is that just a hot boy? A hot man?
That may be a hot boy. I think for him to be a true fuckboy, he does need to be kind of dumb, which, we could play off that.
I don't think his intelligence was ever extrapolated on in the original games.
He didn't do a ton of talking until the later ones, so it could be suggested that he did not know how to speak until his later years, which I think would indicate a certain amount of arrested development from Jak.
I think that would be fair. That'd be very fair.
Is this the same Jak? Are we talking about the same canonical Jak, or is this sort of a soft reboot?
That was going to be my next question.
Okay. We got into some crazy fucking sci-fi shit in the last Jak and Daxter, so it might be possible.
Wild. You could do a lot of different things, but I don't know if it would still feel like Jak and Daxter at that point. I feel like if you go to space, it's just going to feel like Ratchet and Clank.
Which, might be a good thing.
No, Jak and Daxter is more fantasy sci-fi.
It is refined fantasy.
It's more like a Star Wars. It's got
Whereas
magic.
Ratchet and Clank is for boo-boo babies toiling around in their muck.
Hey, your words, not mine.
Okay, so maybe it's a soft reboot. Maybe we're looking at a soft reboot of Jak and Daxter.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Is Daxter in this one?
That's the premise of the game.
That he's not?
No, you have to find Daxter. Daxter is missing.
Follow-up question. Is Daxter hot in this one?
Daxter is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen.
No. Oh, no.
No, Daxter looks the same.
Okay. It's only Jak has been soft
cute.
rebooted.
He's cute. Maybe they gave him like a stripe of neon down the back or something. Something to make him more Gen Z.
He has a TikTok. He owns a TikTok. Daxter does.
He owns he's definitely on TikTok for sure.
Yeah.
He's big into Billie Eilish.
Sure. This is... we don't understand Gen Z. We have no fucking clue who these people are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point.
You guys like Billie Eilish and neon shit, right? Yeah.
But I think
okay.
Daxter with a TikTok is pretty funny.
It is. Why is he missing?
He was just so mad that Jack was so hot now. He's just like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So maybe
Daxter is like fourth wall breaking, and he's like, what the fuck happened to Jack? He didn't used to look like this. Where are all my friends? Why is everything new and better graphics?
Okay, so hold on. Maybe what happened is that... Oh, wow, David. You've unlocked Kingdom Hearts for me just now. My inner darkness. It's pouring out. It's actually all light. At the end of the last one, there's some sort of cataclysmic event, if I remember correctly.
There's like aliens come to try to destroy the Earth, and then they crash their ship because Jack has light Jack powers or something like that. Yeah.
So in that event, Daxter was actually thrown into an alternate reality.
Okay.
By being thrown through this reality, he now recognizes that he is in a video game.
Whoa.
And is upset because this new soft rebooted version of Jack doesn't feel like genuine to him. And so the premise of the game is Daxter trying to like awaken the cool and good heroic part in Jack while Jack is still just kind of being a fuckboy.
So he's being fuckboy Jack the whole time. This is getting close to the plot of Daxter, though.
Okay.
Like how much are we going to play as Daxter? I guess is my question, because it wasn't as fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't as fun when you played as Daxter too much. Or are you being like fuckboy Jack trying to chase down Daxter as he's trying to like set things back to normal?
Okay, so maybe it's revealed that initially you don't know it's Daxter. There's just like problems that are being created in the world, and fuckboy Jack is like trying to chase after these things and figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Initially, these problems will be very simple, and like maybe there's a little bit of like a honeypot going on. Like Daxter's like gonna catfish him, pretend to like be somebody who he's not, and Jack is like, shitty, so he's gonna chase after people.
So is Daxter? What is Daxter's idea of how to get the world back to how it used to be? Is it destroy this one?
No, he's trying to get Jack to awaken the full potential within himself. He knows that Jack is a hero at his core.
So he knows that he can awaken the real Jack inside the shitty Jack.
Mm-hmm. In the fuckboy Jack, that's correct.
In the fuckboy Jack. Okay.
And so putting him through a certain number of trials will push him to the point where he has to become hero Jack.
Okay. What trials is he going to go through? Is it going to be like delete Tinder on your phone?
Yeah, he will have to force him to delete Tinder. What are things fuckboys do? I am so old and do not know.
Let's ask the internet. What do fuckboys do? Well, no, instead of deleting Tinder, he goes on to Tinder, takes off all of his shirtless pics, and then actually goes on a date without trying to fudge.
Yeah, sure. Daxter sets up a date where they can't possibly see each other. Okay. So, like, physical attraction is no longer a part of the equation.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to hear dictionary.com's definition of fuckboy?
Yeah, let's hear it. This will be illuminating.
A fuckboy is that guy, the one who doesn't respect women but relies on them heavily. He's distant, doesn't care about other people's time, and won't commit. He's self-absorbed, does stupid things, and fucks with others' emotions.
So, I mean, this is really a tale for modern times. Let me twist this on you. In the beginning of Jak and Daxter 1, Daxter was like a dude.
Yeah, Daxter was
like
a man.
A person.
He's a boy.
What if the fuckboy Jack is just sort of the setup for this game? And that the reverse actually happens.
Jack becomes an Otzel and Daxter becomes a man?
A hot man.
A hot man.
Maybe the script is flipped.
Daxter and Jack.
Daxter and Jack. Oh my God.
Say it with me one more time. Daxter and Jack.
I got 2 words for you, boys. Jak and Daxter, old news. See it with me. Big lights hanging over the GameStop. Banners on the back of Gamefly. Amazon.com advertising the new hit video game, Daxter and Jak.
What is that accent?
I don't know. Some sleazy New York businessman.
New York businessman?
Yeah, trying to con some people out of a video game
good.
idea.
I love it. Daxter and Jak.
Okay. So this will solve for the problem of why you are playing as Jack and trying to like get your looks back.
Yes.
While Daxter is going to be tempted by the world of fuckboyishness. Because he hasn't been a dude in a long time.
And then Jack gets turned into an Otzel because he's like sees some good face cream or something. They'll be like, hey,
that's what they do.
That's what the fuckboy.
That's what they do. They love their face creams.
Face creams. I guess I'm just thinking of Jeff Winger from Community. Like, what would Jeff Winger like?
Yeah,
he's the closest thing that I understand to a fuckboy.
I mean, certainly. He is certainly a fuckboy. I will give you that.
He's a fuck man, papa.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, cool. So that's definitely the concept. How do you play this video game?
That's an excellent question. Because what are we talking about?
It's 2020, baby.
It's guns.
It's guns.
It's platforming.
Guns. Okay.
It's open world and car chases. Maybe make it like a with Jack in the beginning. It's like a GTA kind of clone. You're just going around fucking around in the city. Whereas when you're Daxter, it's more. I don't want to do sneaky with Daxter because they did that in Daxter on the PSP. That was fine. It was mediocre at best. I don't want to retread that personally. Sure. So maybe in the beginning of the game, before Daxter becomes a hot man, he's doing more like set pieces where he's like running around, there's explosions and stuff, or maybe he's like flying through the air, or like do something unique instead of just sneaking through air ducts. Yeah. Don't make me sneak through air ducts, please. I never want to do that. I never want to do that in a video game.
You know, I don't really either. There are very few games where I'm like, oh, a sneaking section. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just like,
yes.
This is really what I wanted from this game, was more sneaking. That's why I just couldn't deal with Shadow of War.
There was a little bit of sneaking in there.
There's a lot of sneaking in this game. I'm like,
yeah, fair.
No, I just want to fight.
Okay, cool. So no sneaking, guns. We're going to leave a lot of this up to the developers, but let's make a bullet point. Guns, no sneak, cool car, done. With the mechanics, I think.
Wait, can you go over those bullet points one more time for me?
Guns.
Okay.
Sneaking. No sneaking.
No, that's say.
Important distinction. No sneaking. Cool car. Done. David, I know developers.
I think we solved
I know that is plenty to go off of. If my understanding of engineering is good, then that's all they'll need. They'll know exactly what to do with it, and their vision will match ours for sure.
So it's just going to be a piece of paper. Headline: Daxter and Jack,
baby,
and then those 3 bullet points, and we'll just send that to Naughty Dog, and they'll
slide it across the table and just sort of lay back in our chairs like your move.
You're welcome, by the way. I assume there will be a generous finder's fee.
Okay, is there anything else we need to outline for this video game?
This game's going to be bad.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This game is going to be bad.
That is correct.
This was your plan all along. You're just going to torpedo the resurgence of Jack and Daxter.
I'm going to sink this video game, so now Ratchet and Clank. Friendship with Jack and Daxter has ended. Now Ratchet and Clank is my best friend.
That's always how it's been. Don't you lie. Don't believe his lies.
Do you want to make Megaman Legends?
Yeah, fine.
Cool. You can try and sync this one, too. You can make a bad game.
We made such a bad Jack and Daxter game.
No, dude, it's good. That's a good game.
It's like a weird, shitty commentary.
Yeah, it's very much an art game. It's not going to be fun. It's mostly just there to think about.
It's going to be a Naughty Dog. It's going to be like What Remains of Edith Finch.
Yeah, wait, Naughty Dog is available. Like... They did the first one. I'm sure they still have the rights. Just make it like as sad as The Last of Us 2, and they'll be good.
Whoa. Jack will have to drown Daxter at the end of the game with his bare hands, crying, weeping tears the whole time.
But then he will see a reflection of himself.
And then stop killing him. Why? Because revenge is bad, Chase, and that's it.
Because revenge is bad, and I need a game to make me kill 100 people to know that revenge is bad.
Exactly.
Okay, let's make a sequel to Mega Man Legends.
All right.
So the story of Mega Man Legends takes place over a really, really long time. I think Mega Man is like many years old, and he like forgot his memory, and then like woke up and he's just like, I'm Mega Man. I gotta go raid some vaults.
They're gonna say raid some villages.
Okay, wait.
Maybe that's the same, baby. Maybe this isn't a sequel. This is an alternate timeline. Like, you know
Mega Man Valhalla.
Yeah, like how Goku was actually sent to Earth to destroy it, but he hit his head, and he's just like, maybe like a droplet of water got in Mega Man's circuits while he was sleeping, and it's just like, I gotta raid all these villages.
Yeah. So he goes to, let's start this way. Maybe he goes to another planet that is not the one he ends up in Mega Man Legends.
Okay.
This is probably called Mega Man Stories, because, sounds great.
Great name.
Great name. Hey, baby. Imagine.
Mega Man Stories.
So he crash lands on a planet. He was sent from the planet Vegeta, of course.
Of course. Yeah, sounds right.
He, unlike his good nature, is broken. Or maybe this is his true nature. That he's like a bad guy at heart.
Maybe they just removed his good guy chip that, was it Dr. Light?
Doctor Strange, Dr. Light.
Dr. Strange? It's a Marvel crossover now, too?
Yeah, why not?
Marvel versus Capcom Mega Man Stories.
Are you just saying things? What does that mean?
Good. That could be good, is all I'm saying. No, that's too much. That's bloat. That's bloat right there. Yeah, he just had like an actual, or the chip says, bad nature override chip. Something stupid like that.
There's a dial in his chest that says bad and good.
Yeah, bad
and it was turned to good.
But it's mostly bad.
Sure, yeah.
You can see that probably a good 9/10 of the dial is different levels of bad, and there's just one level of good.
Yeah.
So he's mostly bad. And then like a little ant creature accidentally knocks it to bad.
Mm-hmm. Important question. Is Mega Man hot?
Smoking.
I think we may have cornered something about our video games, David.
Gotta have a hot male lead.
I want these dudes to be unreasonably attractive.
Duh.
I need them.
This is how I want to feel in life. I want to feel unreasonably attractive. If this is a power fantasy.
Not necessarily like good dudes, but I need them to be overwhelmingly and distractingly hot.
What's an example? Cloud from the new Final Fantasy?
I mean, everybody in Final Fantasy the remake is just like, Jesus, you guys. Really put the smoke shows on for this one.
Just a bunch of rebel models, essentially.
Just all that. That's good. Anybody in Hades? Anybody in Hades is pretty...
Those Greeks.
See, Hades has it good because they both have very attractive character models, but they have the personality types down so much that like you're emotionally connected to these people too. So
say no more, please.
Anyway,
this
is Mega Man Legends Stories. Sorry, a very good name for a very good game. So he comes to some planet and he's hot and the dial is turned to bad. And is this game about him resisting the nature that he's been given and turning into a good boy? Or is he like going to turn into a Frieza character and just like fuck this place the fuck up and then get his dial turned back?
It's going to be that one. It's going to be the second one.
So you're playing a bad guy in this one.
Yeah.
I feel like okay, so hold on. Outside of the goofs and the gaffes that we're doing here, I feel like it's pretty rare that video games are like, hey, you're the bad guy.
I feel like it never happens.
Do the bad stuff.
Except like in Star Wars Squadrons, you're the bad guy for a bit.
Yeah, a little bit there.
But no, I see it doesn't really happen in video games that much.
I mean, for probably good reason, right? Like if you just open the fields and say be bad, that's not really that entertaining. It's much harder to be good most of the time. Mm-hmm. And so the challenge sort of lies in like, how can I do the best thing in this situation? So you gotta have some good writing here to make it hard to be bad.
He's gotta have some sort of motive. We gotta make him almost like an anti-hero of some sort.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know? So he's the relatable, likable villain.
He shows up to this planet and the armor and the parts that he have do not look great.
Uh-huh.
He's not hot initially.
He's not. He's pissed that he's not hot.
He just doesn't. He doesn't get the respect he wants.
This is saying bad things about our world.
Yeah. Okay. Tap the reset button. Let's try again. He is hot still.
Okay.
His motivation is that Mega Man is actually Jesus.
Explain yourself.
I can't. I just said those words and hoped something would happen. No, Mega Man is actually...
Mega Man...
Okay, hold on. We'll just do this ad-lib style. Mega Man...
is...
actually...
a...
powerful...
wizard?
I'm so glad you said that. in
the
biblical
era?
sense. I don't know where I was going with
The
that.
biblical sense.
No,
What is
no,
that?
you're right.
It's a powerful world in the biblical sense.
No, okay, so hold on. Megaman is a powerful wizard in the biblical era. That's a pretty strong sentence.
That is a strong sentence.
Okay, let's keep pushing forward here. He's a strong wizard in the biblical era, and
He
wants
to
kiss
in
dog.
oh, dang it. I was trying to get you to say an angel.
Okay, that's much more powerful.
Like a biblically accurate angel.
Yeah. So Megaman falls to Earth, sent from the planet Vegeta. He's a powerful wizard who wants to kiss an angel. What a fucking game. Or dog. Or and dog.
Maybe the dog is an angel.
Okay. Now we're talking. We were both correct.
Oh my god.
So he wants to kiss an angel who is in fact a dog. But kissing dogs is not tight.
There's a very, very big anti-dog
Dog kissing law.
dog kissing laws there. And he just thinks that's bullshit.
I come from another planet where dog kissing is totally cool.
Yeah. Not in like a sexual way, just like a
No,
friendly
no.
kind of kiss.
I want to kiss an angel who is a dog. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biblically accurate angel. I don't even know how you'd kiss one of those.
You can try. I mean, if it's a dog, that's pretty straightforward. If it's taking the current form of a dog.
It looks like a dog, but when you get close to it, you can see that it's actually just an illusion. It is a biblically accurate angel.
It's a trick.
It's a trick.
So he is disobeying laws. That's what his bad dial is set to. And you have to disobey enough laws to kiss the dog, the angel, the dog angel, the dangel.
Wait, you have to disobey more laws to break a law?
Well, the dog is in prison.
The dog's the president.
The dog is the president in the biblical era. That's a good point, David. That is a very good point. You can't just kiss the president.
Or maybe it's the president's dog.
See, I really like the idea that the dog is the president in the biblical era. What the fuck is happening in this video game?
It's magic,
okay.
baby. It's magic.
So that's just movie making magic. So you have to get access to the president,
Okay.
Mr. Dog President,
Mr. Rufus.
President Rufus.
That's President Rufus.
So you have to break laws to get to him. Them. I don't know the gender of the dog.
My answer was going to be Snoop.
It's actually Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg could be an angel.
He could be.
Okay.
Should it be Snoop Dogg or should it be a regular dog?
It should be voiced by Snoop Dogg.
That's the correct answer.
It is a golden retriever, but it will be voiced by Snoop Dogg.
Golden Retriever. I was thinking a Corgi for some reason.
Ooh, very kissable dog.
It could be a Golden Retriever. Maybe a Golden Retriever or Corgi mix. Have you ever seen one of those?
Just a squat little dog.
A squatty golden. It's essentially
Yeah,
what
sure.
it would be.
Okay, I can roll with that. How does he break the laws to get to this president dog?
Wait, so explain to me again how breaking laws gets you to the president.
I'm just trying to find a way for him to be bad.
So it's like if you break enough laws, you're going to go to a special tribunal that's headed by the president.
By President Dog.
By President Dog. So
Yeah.
you're this reserved for the worst criminals. Because the president's actually a biblical angel. So when you bring evildoers to him, he just smites them on the spot.
Yeah, he's
Sends them straight to hell.
Snoop Dogg has the authority. President Dog.
President Dog. President Dog. Oh my god. Okay. All right.
So you have to come up with more and more elaborate plots to get the attention of President Dog.
So it's kind of like, would it then kind of be like Hitman? Where you go and you have like
Yeah.
a set piece type of thing you have to accomplish for a mission. And there's like little side evil things you can do as well.
Yeah.
But you can't get caught because if you get caught before you do enough evil things, then you don't get to the special tribunal with President Dog.
With President Dog, yeah.
You just go to like the regular shitty tribunal with lawyers.
Uh-huh. Just your normal tribunal.
You just get Atticus Finch instead. This is much better than Jack, Fuckboy Jack.
It is a little bit more thought out, but certainly not any more developable. It's nearly an impossible game to build at this point.
No, this is good. This is good.
Mega Man stories. Okay, so
Wait, would this be Mega Man Origins then? If it's Mega Man in the biblical age, and then Mega Man the robot is just like a reincarnation of this man,
of this one
this
dude,
warrior who just wanted to kiss a dog?
Yeah, I think so. I think that makes a lot of canonical sense. It really connects to the other Mega Man stories.
Because when he kisses the angel, he decides that he shall be the savior of mankind from now until eternity.
Yeah, I do need him to still be a robot, though.
Yeah, that's how he keeps his consciousness. He becomes robotic.
Yeah. I was thinking when he actually does end up kissing President Dog, that it will, but the force of the kiss will blow him out into space and send him to the planet that he ends up on in the other Mega Man Legends.
I'm into that.
You think people will buy into the idea of kissing being a powerful enough force to blow someone off of a planet? Because that's all I'm worried about. Everything else I'm sure they'll buy into in this game. I really doubt that they're going to be hung up on anything else except the kiss.
Hey, it's a kiss by an angel, baby. That's a powerful kiss.
We'll absolutely need... Is Kissed by an Angel is a song, isn't it?
I think Touched by an Angel and Kissed by a Rose are both songs.
Let's play Kissed by a Rose. I think Kissed by a Rose is a much better outro song.
Kissed by a rose on the way. Ooh,
what a powerful outro that fucking video game would have. Oh my god, can you even imagine? Like, the beginning of that song comes as you're about to kiss President Dog, and then Seal just comes out of nowhere. Wow. I am overwhelmed with how powerful and strong of an image that is.
Oh, simple and clean. Take a step aside.
Sit down, simple and clean. I have a new vibe.
This is Seal we're talking about here.
The music video for this is just Batman Begins. He's like, that's the bat symbol back there.
Why is the Batmobile in this video?
It's actually Seal in front of the bat symbol. Why is this happening? But okay, so just cast your mind's eye for a moment. A robotic man kissing a very much real dog.
And it gets blasted by the power of love.
Through space, yeah. You can see his, like, bad dial slowly turning all the way over to good.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, just fade it out. Cut to black.
I think this is the best game we've ever made.
Yeah, fuck every other sequel we've ever thought.
This is so much better than all of them.
Oh, man. I hope we don't get sued for Kiss from a Rose, because I'm going to have to play a lot of that
You're
song.
going to have to blast it. Wow.
Okay.
Wow. One word.
Got it.
One word. Wow.
Well, we're on Twitter.
This feels so anticlimactic after that.
I kind of want a mic drop and just be like, well, there you go. Here's your game.
We're waiting for your offers.
Maybe our motifs that we put forward as Chavit Incorporated is hot dudes and Kissed by a Rose. We have to end every video game made by Kiss from a Rose.
Hot dudes and Kissed by a Rose. It is our motif, yeah.
Hot dudes and Seal, or for short, just Seal.
Just Seal. That's a hot dude as well.
Wow. Okay, well, yeah, we're on Twitter. If you want to come interact with us there. If you want to support the show, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. That always helps get the word out and gets us viewers from places that we are not in currently. So that helps. If you want to be the truest Podtimist of the week, tell a friend. Tell a friend about this wonderful podcast you listen to.
Let them know, because we're here, waiting.
Waiting for your good tidings. Waiting for a kiss from a rose on the gray. This song is a fucking bop. I really like this song.
It's like a banger bop.
Yeah.
Do you want video game wisdom? Or do you just want to end it?
Don't make me beg. I would like some video game wisdom, David. That would be really wonderful if you could provide.
Yeah. And this video game wisdom's actually to you, Chase.
Oh, okay. Tell me. I'm ready. Personalized.
Don't let anyone yuck your yum. Not
true.
even yourself.
You know, that's true. I yuck my own yum more than anybody else's.
Enjoy Assassin's Creed, Chase. You're not a chud.
Yeah, no, I will try and reduce my self yuckage.
We could all do for some of that.
We could all do with a little less self yuckage.
Be nice to your yum.
This week, yum the hell out of yourself. You got a problem with that one?
It just sounds like you're telling people to go masturbate.
No.
That's really what it sounds like.
I'm just saying, turn off all the lights, get into your bedroom, and compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray. Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the gray.
Ooh, metal booted and a metal burn, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, the light from the moon on the gray
is Batman.
It's Batman.